Something on my screen, y'all. Forgive me. But I had to wipe it. Let me put my bed out. I think I can use this pencil. Good morning. How are you? Good morning to Beth and Ashley. Thanks for the thumbs up, ladies. How's your morning going so far? I know it's early. Beth, I hope the morning finds you feeling better. Hope you're not in too much pain today. That's what I'm doing, having coffee. Good, Beth. Each day, get better and better. And you know what? I thought about talking about time for our topic because we know I've always, all my life, heard old folks say, there's no time like the present. And it's not. You hear old folks say, well, some of them are not so old. Don't put off today for what, don't put off for tomorrow. So I start saying backwards. Don't put off for tomorrow for what you can do today. Because tomorrow is not promised. And y'all know one thing, time is one of those things. Good morning, Kingdom Boy. Time is one of those things you cannot get back. It's like your youth. Once you grow up from being a child, first you start off as an infant. And in all these periods of our life, we learn certain things. Good morning, Verns. And my topic is time. And I thought about it as I was mentioning before. Oh, time is one of those things, just like your youth. You cannot get it back. That's why I tell my grandchildren and even my adult children, don't waste time. Because you cannot get that time back. It's just like sleep. Sleep is the same way. You hear people say, I'm going to lay down and catch up on my sleep. No, you won't. That time you could have slept in is gone. And I hope everybody is doing well this morning. And time is of the essence. You look at as in time as the way the world is going. In this present time, we can't take anything for granted. And one thing we need to know that our Father in heaven, He loves us. He cares for us. And we need to take everything to the Lord in prayer. This is how we mess up when we try to work things out ourselves. I used to hear old folks say, I'm going to give it to God. When you're young, you hear older set people, older minded people, because sometimes, good morning, Cindy. You hear folks saying that give everything to the Lord. He can work it out. And He will work it out if you just give it to Him. Because He cares for us. And there's no time like the present. As I was speaking earlier, when we grow up from an infant, then you go to the toddler stage. First you get in the terrible twos. Oh, y'all, the terrible twos. They called it right, didn't they? The terrible twos. Let me tell you, I had a couple of mine that when they got no Yes, please give this video a thumbs up. You know, when the children, they talk about the terrible twos and they start doing everything, you know, I've known children that climb on top of wardrobe and you wonder how they get up there. And they would be I don't know, you think they'd be Superman or something. They think they have flown up there. But anyway, when you leave the terrible twos and get to the toddlers, then you get to that age where, it's about time to go to kindergarten. So from that baby, from that infant to that time you go to kindergarten, there are lots of things you learn in between. I, maybe so. I think it's the child too, Beth. I think it's the child. Hello, tie dye lover. It may be the child. Because you know what? Our third oldest son and our baby, our only daughter, they were two of the roughest. I mean, my third oldest son, everything that boy could have done and got into, he done it. Let me tell you. And the doctor would say, "Oh, he ADHD. I could put him on some else." And I said, "No, that boy, anybody that would come in banged up and with something knocked off them or something scraped up, it was him." And when the doctor said he was okay, good. I'm glad Pop Tart is sleeping. The doctor was saying he had so many scars on the face, and my pediatrician said, "I can do some plastic surgery." And the officer said, "No, he earned those battle scars, so let him keep that." And they weren't any, you know, they weren't anything bad. That's where he got, scraped playing. You know how you out there playing and you get scraped up, you get knocked down, and you slide on something. So it's just one or two maybe on one side of his jaw and a couple on the other side. And now he done got older, you can't even notice him. And so what I did, I just changed his diet. I took out all sweet stuff. I was buying wheat bread. I made sure I tracked because, I always been a person that I would kind of try to look up stuff, and I would try to ask questions. Ask all the questions you can. You never get to know anything you don't ask questions. Sometimes people say, "I know this is a dumb question, but you know what? The only dumb question is the one that you wanted to ask and you didn't ask." And if anybody thinks it's a dumb question, so what? You get your, because you never know if you don't ask, right? That's how you learn. And, and he calmed down so nicely, y'all. When y'all would see, if you would see him there in his 40s, he is so calm and laid back. That's why I said, sometimes take in consideration the child. Sometimes the child just gonna be, on anybody ever seen Dennis the Menace? The older ones, I think he come in and he's in this little whirlwind. Well, that's where my third oldest son come. It'd be a whirlwind around that boy and my daughter, y'all. Mm-mm. Tomboy at heart. And I used to always say, I wanted my girl to be all frilly, with lace and all the little smock dresses and stuff in it. Girl, let me tell y'all, that child was anything but lace and smock dress. I used to love those Polly Flanders smock dresses. That's right. No question is a dumb question. The only question that is a dumb question is the one you decide not to ask. You need to know. You need to ask a question. Hey, hello there, y'all. This child, and I ain't gonna try to pronounce your name because I'm gonna mess it up. I call her Alicia Keys. This child, she's a clone for Alicia Keys. She looked just like Alicia Keys. Girl, you need to ride that horse all the way to the bank, okay? And my youngest daughter, well, our only daughter, um, she was a rough little girl. She was 2 years old, out there playing with her brothers. And she, she always been tall and big for her age. So when you saw her at 2, you thought she was about 4 or 5 because she was a big girl. I don't mean big like fat, but she just grew big and always was a little tall, just like her son. Her son is 19 and he's about 6'6" or 6'7", and he grew the same way, taller than the average child that was his age. So when he got going to church and he was like 9, the pastor and everybody thinking he was 12. But anyway, she was out there playing with her brother at 2 years old. And she come in the house and she said, "Mom, look what Chris done to me." She come in with blood running down her mouth, but she would jumped on her brother back and she jumped at him or something when he got ready to stand up, knocked a tooth out, and knocked the other one next to it loose. She ain't cry. She just come in and I had to rinse her mouth out with some warm salt water to stop the place from bleeding. Then I called our dentist and carried her to the dentist. And they took the other front tooth out because it had, it had knocked the loose and wasn't getting any nourishment or blood supply. And it had started to turn a little color. So our dentist took it out. Yes, that's my Alicia Keys. And so sometimes it's the child. Now, you know, if you and let me tell y'all, my fourth son, he was laid back from the get go, you know, and maybe that's why he was the calmest one. So he's our young pastor. He's a pastor of a church. But you take in consideration time. You know, time, and they said time heal all wounds. Yes, time heal wounds. Like if you get a cut and you put some salve on it or some Neosporin or something over time, yes, that wound will heal. But sometimes there are wounds that we get on the inside. Like sometimes we can get our feelings hurt. Sometimes somebody could say something that'll hurt your feelings, and they're not even trying to hurt your feelings. Some people have a brash way about themselves, and they don't mean anything bad. It's just their nature. He ran all night. Oh, y'all, my mugs for today says drink coffee, get stuff done. And on the inside right here, it has a check mark. Hey, Mama Joan. Yeah, she need to sleep. Yes, yes, Alicia, that tooth grew back with no, there was, we saved the tooth and we had it in, I don't know whether it was some alcohol, some water, or something. And I think after she got a little older, I think we gave it to, I don't know what she ended up doing with. Okay, Verns. Yes, that child was rough. She was rough. Let me tell you, a few years ago, you know, I told you we was in an older home and there was a leak in the bathroom and all the boards were gone. So one day she was here, my husband was talking about, needing to get somebody to go on the roof. And we're in a two-story house. So there's part of the roof is like this. And then there's part of it that's kind of like that. So she said, "Oh, Dad, I'll go on top of the roof and because we, keep some stuff around here that you can, because when you own a home, you better keep some stuff where you can do some repairs yourself. Because you know what? When people come to do stuff for you, they're going to sock it to you." So she said, "Yeah, save that money." And I'm like, "You're going to mess up your clothes," because she had just stopped by here. She had got off work. And a lot of times she worked just a little, she was working then right up the street. And a lot of times when she got off, she would come by. Honey, yes, she did. She went on top of that house, on top of this house, and put that stuff up there. And I think she went up there a second time a few years before that. I don't think the child have any fear. hmm So, She should be sleeping. Pop Top should be sleeping. Good morning, Nicholas. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the live. We are talking about time. So over time. Hey, Candy Shell. It's nice to see you. Welcome to my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let me tell y'all, a lot of time people say time will take care of itself. Time will take care of itself, but there's some things we need to do. There are some things we need to do. First thing, let me tell y'all this, and don't take it the wrong way. We need to be about our Father's business because, Earth, Wind, and Fire made a song, and y'all know I'm going to relate things to music, or either something on TV or a sitcom. That's just the way it goes, okay? But you look at the way the world is going, we need to teach children. They're coming into schools, y'all. They're shooting, they're fighting, they're this and that. We need to teach our children that in all things learn how to pray. Because this world, let's face it, this world is terrifying. When I step out my door, I don't know what's going to befall me before I can get back home. You know, so we need to teach children to pray, and we need to teach them because the schools will say infringe no people rights if you pray. Well, you can pray anywhere. You can be standing in the line at Walmart or the supermarket, and you can stand right there and pray. Sometimes I see people coming in with afflictions and stuff, and I'll say a little quick prayer. And the way things happen in the world, that y'all know children are naturally fearless. Come on, one day my daughter came home and said somebody robbed the store when she was in it. And she told her daughter, said, don't look at him. Y'all, this is my 17-year-old granddaughter, said she did like this and looked at him. So she said, you standing here with I think my granddaughter, she been coloring her hair different color like her mom, and she had her hair like a bright fuchsia. So now he can't remember you because you got your hair all bright fuchsia. And this person, before they caught him, he was going to different little stores and robbing them and stuff. So they finally caught him. My daughter was scared. This fearless one has now, there's some things that bring about some fears now. And my granddaughter, it didn't faze her not one bit. So children, y'all ever notice on cartoons, if you have children that's young enough to watch cartoons, and that y'all know they're bringing all kind of violence and monsters and stuff on cartoons, right? Y'all ever watch those monsters they put in the cartoon? You know why? Me and my sister-in-law, my husband, different one, we sat down and talked about this one day. So when they do see things, they won't be afraid of it. Because if you're used to something, if you go to an amusement park and you used to going on those rides, the Ferris wheel and the different kind of ride, the roller coaster that goes bumpity, bumpity, bump, it'll go up like that and then come down quickly and keep going. If you go to an amusement park and you used to going on those rides, and when you see one, you won't be afraid of it. That's the way the cartoons are. The children are seeing everything in these cartoons. And when they see things that would scare the bejesus out of the rest of us, the kids won't be afraid of it. So and y'all know there's spirits and everything. That's why I got to the point, there was something called Veggie Tales one time, a Christian like little cartoon and we had started our grandson, because he's older than the girl, then when she got bigger, we had started them looking at that. Because let me tell you, even SpongeBob, even the cartoon SpongeBob has violence. Then the children get anesthetized against all this stuff they see. I think that's why a lot of them don't mind going in schools with guns when they get older because, you know, children grow up seeing too much, y'all. They see too much. Some children don't get a chance to say a child because they see too much in this world that takes their youth. Let a child play. Let them play with the dolls. You know, when I grew up, we played with dolls and paper dolls and everything. We got outside and we played dodgeball and stuff like that. Now the children can't. Oh, I hate that you're sick. Feel better soon. Now the children can't even go outside, y'all. Cause there was a little girl they said got taken out her yard. And in my timeline, I see where they're saying, share this picture. This child was last seen at this place, going to the bus stop, going to the library, and the last thing she had on was a yellow t-shirt and some blue jeans and this and that, this and that. Y'all know it's too many children missing. It's time for all this stuff to stop, you know, and we need to teach our children that everybody that say I love you don't love you. I tell my grandchildren, I always told my children the world don't love you. The world only want what it can get out of you. Oh, take some calls, sir. Tada. You are so right, Beth. There are so many abduction, and they're abducting people for, organ harvesting. You know, my daughter, she's almost 40 years old, and she went to see my youngest son. He like 2 hours away. She said she went over to the Speedway station or Sheets to get some gas. Well, if you got lemon juice, take some lemon juice. Drink some cool water. She said she was pumping her gas, and there was a gentleman with the trunk up on his car. So he told her, said, "Come over here, I got something I want to show you." She said, she told you ain't got nothing to show me. Because, we need to teach our children. We need to teach our children, even when they get old, don't don't fall into, they make all kinds of traps. Yeah, hey, Brian, good to see you. I appreciate that, Burn. I appreciate that. And she said he kept saying that he had some kind of jewelry he wanted to show her. And so he said he wanted to sell the jewelry because he didn't have no gas to get back home. She said, well, I can't help you. And that's how they're luring people because, some people would have went over there to see what he want. And we need to, yeah, the girl is so many. Thank you, Bern. It's the world is full of crazies. And I was just talking to my 17-year-old granddaughter the other day. I said, you want to go places? And I'm not saying just her in general, just saying people. You want to go places and explore different possibilities and stuff like that. But the time of this world is not like it was. Look, I was born in 1951 when you could leave your door open. You can go in house to house. If you live, you and your neighbor were like this, she looked out for your best interest. You looked out for her best interest. If you weren't home when the children got from school, your neighbor would have your children come in your house, even if in her house, even if they went home, she was going back and forth over there to make sure they was okay. She said, y'all keep these doors locked. Don't let nobody in this house. Cause we grew up with people telling us, yeah, we grew up. If you were born like in the 50s and all of those, we grew up with people letting us know all the knowing with our parents and those that had rule over us. Because, when we grew up, anybody that was older could tell you something and snap you back in line. Now you better not say anything to some of these children out here. And an older person can see you doing something, and all they had to do is say, "Don't you know you ain't got no business to do that? When I see your mama, I'm gonna tell her." And sometimes they'll whoop your butt, and then tell your mama they whip you. Wait a minute, let me move this. So we grew up being taught that there's all this scary stuff in the world. Cause old folks used to tell us that the boogeyman gonna get us if we did this or that. Mama Joan, you remember? Yes, we got corrected by the whole, you're right. The whole neighborhood corrected us. And if they whip your tail, told that your mom that they whip your tail, your mama whip your tail again. Uh-huh. Now you got people right in your family that don't want you to correct their child, you know? And we grew up with old folks telling us, you do so and so and so, the boogeyman. Sometimes we be so scared to go to sleep because they would tell us if you did so and so and so, the boogeyman gonna come. I had my mama, you know, it was 11 of us, and my mama come from a big family, right? And she would say that if you do anything, how the boogeyman, they would tell you that the boogeyman gonna come and get you, and you be scared to go to sleep, and you would do something, anything to try to keep your eyes open. And yeah, and they would tell you about the boogeyman. Mama Joan, you are so right. They will whip your tail, send you home, and let your mama know why they whip you, and you will get it again. So now you can't say anything to other people's children because people these days, first thing they'll say, I like your nerves for saying so and so and so to my child. But you know what? Not only did we get taught the fear of doing something or the boogeyman or the devil, sometimes they'll say if you be mean, that old red devil come at night and snatch your eyeballs out. And honey, they they kept us in line with fear, y'all, with fear. Because they let us know that when you're home and under the loving care of your parents, your grandparents, or whoever. That's right, Mama Joan. You can't say anything to them. That's why they're so disrespectful. When my grandson was in college and he got ready to go to work and he forgot something, and he drove up to his dorm and just put his blinkers on, his hazard lights or whatever, to go back in his dorm to get his, I think it was his badge. So when he came back out, the campus police was giving him a ticket. And he said that he was saying yes, sir, and no, sir. When they were asking questions, the campus police said, I'm going to let you go without a ticket. Because you got more manners than I've seen around here in years. I said, see, when you use manners, I said, that was a reward right there. Everything you get rewarded with is not going to be money, because there are things that's better than money, like the favor of God. When you get the favor of God on you, now tell my grandson, you got the favor of God over your life. Because the Bible tells us no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Wait a minute, y'all. I dropped the cap to my oil. Well, I'll find it I'll find it. Oh, here it is. The favor of God is better than money in the bank. And you can tell a child these days, you can tell a child, you can tell children that's been raised or been taught. Because if you go somewhere and, I have been in Dollar Tree, y'all, and get ready to come in and go out. I have been going in and there have been men going in front of me and almost let the door slam in my face. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hello? Okay, I'll try it. Bye. Hold on. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold that thought. What I was saying, you can take a picture yourself. Okay, where was I? Sorry about that, y'all. That's good, Vern. I mean, not Burn. Yes, and you get, it said we got 9 in the chat. We need 3 more thumbs up. Oh, my finger's sore, y'all. I don't know the reason. Yes. Let me tell you, the Winers made a song. Oh, what I was saying about the song, Earth, Wind, and Fire made a song, said, that's the way of the world. But the Winers made a song, said, I think it's the Winer, said, it's about that time. Time to make a change. We are his people. We can do it. But there's no time like the present. Y'all, I used to hear old folks say it all the time. No time like the present. Like the present. You know, like I said, we were taught fear at an early age, and we were taught the fear of God. We were taught to fear God. And we were taught that, you know, a lot of them said, wait till your daddy, wait till your father get home. Honey, my daddy was a long distance truck driver. My mama was little bitty. I bet she don't weigh 100 pounds, soaking wet with rocks in her pocket. My mama was heavy handed, and if she says she gonna get you, she meant it. And they'll say, if they let you slide from something, where about they'll say, I'm gonna get you for old and new. You were in for it then. You might well grease your tail up, because when they finish with you, you won't be able to sit down. You know? And now, people, first thing, let me tell you where the first problem lies. When they let that first woman, I think her name was Madeline something, to take prayer out of school, that's when the downfall started, y'all. Because when I was going to school, we recited every morning. We had devotion. We recited the Pledge of Allegiance. We sung a song or two, and every child had to say a Bible verse. You see, when she did all that, and they took prayer out of school, everything started taking a nosedive. And then it hit rock bottom. Now, where we at? We at rock bottom. What they doing? They're going into schools, killing up the children, killing up the teachers, killing up the janitors. They don't care who they kill. Yes, my mom was heavy-handed. And you know what? And then if a child didn't know a Bible verse, there'll be another child tell him, say, tell him, so. Because I knew one boy, I remember his name. His name was Richard Boone, just like the actor, y'all. And he will always say, upon this rock I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That was his Bible verse. And some people would say, why you keep saying the same one over and over again? The teacher was like, I don't care as long as he say one. So even if he said another one, a different one another day, there'll be some days he would come right back. You got that right, Beth. And you know what? When I was when I had my child care here, and I had the word Christian in my child care name, and I had a lady came here because she was a Jehovah Witness, and I was Christian. She would not, and she would look for child care for her grandchild. She would not put her child in my child care. And see, there were very seldom that I had opening because I had a waiting list, and I was teaching the children manners. I would teach them how to serve themselves food. I would teach them how to clean up behind themselves. Please and thank you. You know, and when these children, I I had these children reading, y'all. I had them reading. I had the 4-year-olds reading, like on a first grade level. Yes, I did. 4 years old writing their names, spelling it out, writing it from left to right. Yes, I did. We did fire drills. I had them when they used the book, put it back in the book rack. If you bump into somebody, say, I'm sorry or excuse me. If you want something somebody got, like, there's always going to be a toy that all the children want. And this one child is going to get it. And I would tell them, say, go to them and say, when you finish with that, I want it. And I would let a child know you can't take a toy and think that you're the only one can play with or use this toy. And they need y'all know children need the structure in their life. They need that foundation. They need the foundation, just like you need a everything need a foundation. Because if foundation on your house is weak, the rest of the house is not gonna stand up for long. You know that? So that's why we need to teach children the fundamentals of life. I put it that way. Teach them the fundamentals. Teach them how to say please and thank you. Teach them how to say it. Folks don't want to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, but I want mine to say it. I want mine to say it. That's only respect. That's respect. People say just being old fashioned saying please, saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. No, that's being respectful. Teach them how to pray. So if they get in a situation, because they ain't gonna be able to call on mom and dad, aunt and uncle, grandma, and granddad all the time. They need to go and petition the Lord for themselves. If like I said, we live in an older home. This house was built between 1939 and 1941. If those people, when they built this house, and this house um, hadn't been built on a good foundation, y'all know in 2020 this house wouldn't be standing. It would have fallen down. You seen some older houses, they start leaning like this. You don't want your building to be leaning. There is a song, isn't there a song about this building keep on leaning or something? And it say, I got a building not made by man's hand. I got a building not made by man's hand. This building keep on leaning. That's right. We need to teach the children how to pray, y'all, because so much is happening in our school. And people, don't be afraid to visit the school that your children go to, please. That's what I used to tell when I had children people, children in child care. I said, don't be afraid to come to my house. You know, yeah, got a building not made by man's hand. Don't be afraid to go out to the schools where your children go. And when you, sometimes, let me tell you about these today children. A lot of them are embarrassed if their parents come to the school, especially if you give a hug and a kiss. But let me tell you, I always hugged and kissed on the children that was in my child care, even the children in church. First thing I said when I see them, and I called in there, I said, come here and give me a hug. I might say, don't act like you don't see me standing here waiting for a hug. My husband said, why don't you leave them children alone? That's right, Burn. Oh, well, get some rest. Go lay down, get some rest. That's what I said to Burn. Let them learn it at home. Let the teacher do some positive reinforcement at school. Oh, you don't have to worry about the cops knocking on your door saying, I'm getting a call, so come down here and bail your child out. And buying books. There's so much mess. My granddaughter, 17 years old, I don't care if I go to Dollar Tree or anywhere. Well, feel better soon, baby. She will always say, don't forget to get me a book. And like we go to the thrift store, we would buy this girl so many books, and within a day or two, she had read all of them. Cause I love to read, and sometimes I'll be in the room with my tablet, and I had a light on, and my husband might come in there for something. And he go by, he said, "You want this light on?" I said, "Yeah, I'm reading." Cause I had my daughter, I had all of them, but my daughter stuck to it a little longer. Every night, I remember she was 4 years old in Head Start. And every night before she went to bed, I had those little golden books, y'all. If y'all can find those little golden books, and I'm gonna start back trying to get some those little golden books. If you can get a child to read, you remember LeVar Burton bought on that TV show? Yeah, what was that show he bought on? Reading Rainbow. And you can go lots of places by reading. Read a book. You want to go to China? You can't physically go. Read a book about China. There's books on every subject. You want to know about the food over in maybe let's say Zimbabwe somewhere? Get a book about foods of different culture. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. Play classical music, and this is no lie. Play classical music for your children. When I did this when my children were little, because I've always loved classical music. Beethoven, Chopin, um, and others. I'll put on classical music. My sister would come to the house. She said, "What in the world are you playing?" I said, "I'm playing this classical music for my baby while he's asleep." And I said, that helped soothe their mind. It opens different areas of your persona up. And it helped with the brain development. So when I had my daycare children, I had all kinds of I always had all kinds of classical music. 'Cause now I sell it. But certain ones, Beethoven Fifth and all. Oh, I love Beethoven Fifth, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. I will play when those children sleeping, I was playing classical music. And there's a man, Bob Carlisle, y'all. Oh, he has the nicest soothing voice. And he has a song. Y'all ever heard his song, Butterfly Kisses? I kid you not. I got that CD in my car right now. I would play it. And it had Idlewild. Idlewild, Idlewild. Every morning you greet me. Oh, look up Bob Carlyle, y'all. And I'm tell you, you know who writes some good children books? Eric Carle. I think he died a few years ago. I'm not sure, but he made one about the hungry caterpillar. Let me tell y'all, the children in my daycare, oh, if they didn't love the hungry caterpillar, that he ate this, then he ate that, and they just went on and on. That's right. Yeah, go out to the school because if your child start acting a certain way that he hasn't been acting, and you know nothing is going on at home, there haven't been any change in your household, he's not going through any stress, go to the school. Because you don't know, there might be a child bullying your child. And sometimes when the child's being bullied, they won't tell the teacher. I was just looking at something came in my timeline about a child that killed himself because he had been bullied at school. Oh yes, yes, Mama Joan. Chopin, Bach, Tchaikovsky. Yes, 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 yes. I put them up. And when you're in deep concentration, put on some classical music. I got classical music in my van, y'all, because my van has a six CD changer and a cassette player. So a lot of my classical music that I had from back in the day is on cassette. And the main one I play is Chopin. And I love, like I said, I love Beethoven Symphony. And some say in minor E, major this, major that. I don't know what it is, but all I know is that if you're in deep concentration and don't play classical music loudly, play it at a soft tone. And you seen on the commercial, I mean, you seen on a cartoon where somebody might be cooking a pie and somebody might be sitting and it show you those waves, the smell coming to that person and getting them. That's what classical music is. You play it low and then it gets down, you know, and it's soothing. It's soothing. It helps to calm. You put on classical music and it'll calm your nerves down. Well, Marvin Gaye do that for me, so you know what I'm saying. Yes, you can read that. You can read that. Yes, yes, yeah, classical. I would read that book. They love that Hungry Caterpillar. Them children know that book. Whatever was on page for page, they could tell you exactly what was on that page. Because I would tell each day I would have a different child to select a book for reading time. Right? I got so tired of that Hungry Caterpillar, and there was another Brown Bear, Brown Bear. I don't know who wrote that. What do you see? I see it so and so looking at me. I can't. The Brown Bear was one of those board books. But those children had handled that book so much that it had fallen all apart. I think I ended up having the front face of that book. The rest of the book was all torn up. I would love if I could find that book. Okay, Burns. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, time, you hear old folks say, Father Time, or old man time. They mean in age. They'll say, Father Time will creep up on you. And Father Time, because you look in the mirror, you got a little line here, you got a line there. Look at these lines in my forehead. I told somebody, I said, I must have been frowning my whole life. I said, look at all these frown lines in my face. I must have stayed bad my whole life. So now I try to keep my face calm. But my granddad on my dad's side, he had a lot of these lines, and I never seen him frown. So it could be hereditary. I don't know. But I said, hey, every wrinkle I get, every frown line I got, I earn every one. Because these are my battle scars. I've been in this battle with time. Because your eyesight go, your teeth go. I got partials, you know, your knees start to, you get ready to make a step, and one knee said, no, no, you don't. And the other knee said, just watch me. We going. That's good, Mama John. That's what I did too. You know, play that music like that when you're pregnant. And you know what? That's another thing. People, when they're with child, they don't do like we did back in the day. Because, back in the day, you got pregnant, you was ready to get you some maternity clothes and wear your maternity clothes and you know, just be happy that you're bringing a life and you're preparing for your baby and you're doing all this. And I remember my mom used to tell me, say, don't buy a lot for an unborn baby. And my grandma used to say the same thing. So when you first get pregnant, don't buy a whole lot of stuff. Cause and I was trying to figure out if I'm gonna have a baby, why shouldn't I? And as I got older, I know what they meant. Oh yeah, I love Amelia Bedelia. There was another book I liked. When you thought, oh, there's this book about this dog called Carl, y'all. I don't know. It's a big black dog. And Carl was going in all these places, I don't know, with his owner or something. I'm going to find, I've been trying to look for that. Oh, I love Amelia Bedelia. Yes, yes. I think I got a No David No book here. Because I got some of my daycare books in plastic containers with the top on them. Like I got some of my blocks, I got some of my puzzles. And I went to a carpet place and they gave me carpet squares. So when we had to sit down reading time, they had, you know, they would sit on a carpet square. But I'm gonna try to find that book about Carl. Carl, I think Carl was a black lab. He was a big old tall. I remember one of them he went shopping. One of them he went to the daycare. I'm looking for there was an Amelia Bedelia too. There was another book I said I was. Oh, how about the one where the lady was reading to the baby, and on the end, the baby got older, and he was holding the mama. I can't remember the name of that, but I got that here because I remember that year when I saw the book. I bought, I think, 3 copies. I bought 3 copies, 3 or 4 copies. I kept one for my daycare because at Christmas time, I gave one to my daughter because she either had just had her first child or about to have her first child. And I gave one to my daughter in law because she had already had one child and going to have another one. It was my baby, my baby mine, or something like that. And it started off with her having her baby in the crib. Then she take him out and she hold him and rock him and do this and that. Then on the end, the mother gets old and the son is older and he's holding his mom. Oh, that was a good book. Yeah, never throw a book away. I and if you see a child care or a church that has a daycare, donate it to them. Cause they're always looking for different books. So the time is now And you know how old folks say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? What was what called, Burn? I don't know the name of the book if that's what you're talking about. I don't know the name of the book, but I'm gonna be working on my YouTube studio upstairs, and the little plastic bin that I got some books in. I hope it's in there. Either it's packed away in my stuff, so no telling when I find it. But I'm gonna look for it, and when I find it, I'm gonna bring it and show it. But that was I don't remember the name of it. Oh, I'm gonna tell you another good book, The Napping House. You ever had that one? Let me see if I got. Hold on a minute. I might have one or two of those books in here. Look, I got a couple of books here, Burn. But the Napping House, I don't have it here. It's probably with some of my stuff. Everybody was going to sleep, and I think even down the cat, I think everybody ended up like in the same bed or something like that. Grandma went to sleep, grandpa went to sleep, the child went to sleep, the cat went to sleep, and all of that. But it was a good. This one is, and I don't know whether I love the little jackets that be on the book because they're so colorful. This one is if you give a mouse a cookie. And listen at the first page. If you give a mouse a cookie, I can't even turn the page, y'all. By Laura Loft Nemiroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. If you give him milk, he'll probably ask for a straw. And when he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks in the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. He'll probably ask for some nail scissors. And when he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want the broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. Then you'll have to fix a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story, but that's a good book. This is one of Eric Carle's book. Eric Carle. He's the one who wrote The Hungry Caterpillar. He must have wrote, I think he wrote Brown Bear too. Polar bear, what do you hear? Listen, look at this. And then it's asking different animals. Polar bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Then it's probably going to ask the lion. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus roaring. I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear. And then it's just going to ask, but this is a good book, y'all. The Doorbell Rang. These all are some good books. These are some good books. I've made some cookies for tea, said Mom. Good, said Victoria and Sam. We'll stop. Oh, and there was another book. There was a book about the moon. You remember? There was a book. Y'all remember there was a book about the moon? Was it I See the Moon? I'm gonna see now all these Oh, this one, Blueberries for Sale. These are all good books. And there is a book, like I mentioned, The Napping House. There is a book. Which book you got, Burned? The mouse, if you give a mouse a cookie? There is a book called, yeah, Good Night Moon. Yes. You know, see, this is stirring something up inside me. I got all these books. Um, there is a book called It Looked Like Spilt Milk. I think it was it the clouds. They had the children out looking at the clouds, and as the clouds move, they make different, they form different things. And I know sometimes we'd be riding along in the car, and I might say that cloud look like so and so and so, and somebody might say, "Yeah, it do," but this one over here look like so and so and so. Try that with a child when you're riding along. I know you can't do it while you drive, but if you're a passenger and you got a child in the car, but you can't, if the sun is real bright, you can't do it because it'll harm your eyes. But if it's so you can look and say, what do you think this cloud over? Because you can easily see them where they look like a dog or an angel. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm a see winking, blinking. Not yeah, but I think I got that book somewhere, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna make my YouTube studio upstairs, and I got an old computer that I had that my daycare children used to use. That I hate to throw it out, but I'm gonna throw it out because y'all know you can't do nothing with them old. And it got programs on it, children learning programs. And all of that computer is way since been obsolete. But there are a little good books, a lot of good books. I don't know what I'm saying, little, but I'm gonna look for some of those little golden books. I saw I think it was a T-shirt or something that says I everything I need to know about life I learned from a golden book. But books are a nice getaway. You can go anywhere you need to go with a book. But yeah, we had to talk about this some more. Because y'all know Precious Sledge made a song said, Take time to know her. It takes time for everything, y'all. You go put a pot on the stove. It takes time for it to get to a boiling point, don't it? Somebody like a hothead, it won't take time for a hothead to get to a boiling point. But it takes some time. Everything, it takes time for everything, y'all. And all of us, our body chemistry is different. Our makeup, and I'm not talking about the foundation and the powder and stuff like that. I'm talking about our genealogical makeup, what makes us who we are. Like everybody don't have the same fingerprints, you know. We're all you know how they make the clothes and you go buy the clothes, but you can buy if you're petite, they make it shorter so it's not no one size fit all. If you're taller, you get something tall. Yeah, I want to find some little golden book. Yeah, gift card to a bookstore. Yeah, my granddaughter that's here, she loves to read. Come here yesterday and asked me, 17 years old, y'all. She said, Can I have a cup of coffee? I said, You can have some pumpkin spice. She said, No, I hate pumpkin spice. I said, I'm going to do this one time, let you have a cup of coffee. I said, But Don't come here no more asking for coffee. I don't believe in getting children coffee, y'all. But at 17, I ain't got to worry about stunting her growth. I remember when I was growing up, the old folks used to get children coffee all the time. I got some cousins. When they used to get up in the morning, they were 4 and 5 years old. They would drink tea. You couldn't hardly get a word out of them until they had some tea. You would get hot tea in the morning. Oh yeah, I remember the little red hen. Um, who was it? Sam Cooke made a song said he had a little red rooster. Who remember Sam Cooke's song? I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for day. I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for day. He said the little red rooster was too lazy to crow for day, and little red rooster had left. He said, if you see my little red rooster, send it on home to me. See, that rooster was too lazy to crow for day, but when that rooster left, he missed it, didn't he? I need to go and listen to it. Y'all know, and you know, you can't mention books without mentioning music. Y'all know there is a message. That's right. Hey, Red Apple, how are you? Thanks for coming to my live. I got a little red rooster. And I could hear his voice, too lazy to crow for day. It was something he said he hadn't had since his red rooster been gone. I can't remember. I had to listen to it. I'm putting peppermint oil on my hand, y'all, so don't mind me. But yeah, let's give our children a foundation, you know, and tell them don't worry. Hey, Peter Lanford, and tell them don't worry what the person over here, cause you know sometimes when you get something, people might be jealous. I, you know what, my oldest grandson, real smart. You know, he didn't want to, like when the teacher asked something, he knew he didn't want to raise his hand because he was smart. And I said, what? Oh, okay, just woke up. Cause y'all know the children that's not smart will make fun of the children that's smart. Have y'all noticed that? Or maybe it hadn't gotten to your town yet. I told my grandson, I said, you got to be the tallest one in the class. I said, show them who boss with this and not this. You know what I'm saying? Show people who boss with this, your mind and your brain, and not this. Because y'all know we get along better if we learn each other. If we, you know, if I learn your dislike, you learn my dislikes. We learn each other likes, you know, and then we learn. You didn't eat breakfast yet? Well, you get you some breakfast. I very seldom eat breakfast. I just drink coffee. Sometimes I make a piece of toast. I've been supposed to be writing in a food diary, but half the time I don't eat nothing. But I write coffee down. But yeah, the children that are not so smart, old folks will say pick fun. They will, pick with a smart child. Oh, okay. Enjoy your pancakes. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. And a smart child shouldn't be made to feel bad because they're smart. So I had that same speech with my grandson. Because when he first moved over here to go to this new school, they kept changing his classes because when they put him in a class, they would say, "Oh, he too advanced for that class." I bet you they changed that boy 4 times till it won't know where they could change him. So I told him, I said, "Don't be afraid to let people know that you smart." I said, "Hey, that's your ticket. You got star. I got a whole bunch of Starbucks cups here. I got one that says Las Vegas. Then I got this one. I got some Starbucks. I bet you I probably got about 35 Starbucks cups. I sold one, and all of them are for sale. I got Christmas ones. I got one that said Vegas. I think I got one that said Detroit. I think I got one that said Lima. So I got Starbucks. You don't make coffee at home? Oh, okay. I got Starbucks carry out cup, the hot and cold cup. I need to put them on eBay. That's what I'm gonna do when I get off here. I got to work on eBay and Amazon. I get some stuff straight. Did everybody see my new little doggy? Let me see if I got any pictures on my phone. I think he's not gonna come in here. This is Louis. We adopted him it was Valentine's Day. Thank you. Look, my husband called me on the phone and said, "Come in here if you want to take some pictures." Louis he was laying in some all crazy position, y'all. Let me see, can I? Thought I had. That's a picture of him laying in a crazy position. I think I'm gonna, since he's a rescue, I bought a book to keep a diary. I think I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. Have y'all ever seen? Thank you, Burn. Have y'all ever seen anybody do a YouTube channel? They're only doing stuff for or with a pet, dog. I was thinking about, since I'm gonna be doing a diary on him, I would do a YouTube channel, but I didn't know. Oh, you have? We have YouTube started. Um, if I make a channel about a dog, I would have to put that this channel is for children, right? And nobody wouldn't be able to make comments, right? In it. Beth, do you know? Anybody that's been on YouTube longer than me, if you know, let me know. Well, I am gonna I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. This way, I want to follow him, things he do and different stuff. If I take him out, if I bring him in or whatever, just have some little stuff. So if I do one for my dog, it would be I would have to put it for children. Cause I had somebody told me, "What's wrong, tie-dye?" Oh, okay. Here you come. Listen, listen, listen. The mail is out there. My dog is barking. He's barking. Listen. Do I hear a familiar sound? What anybody ever watched Lassie? They said, what is it, girl? What is it, boy? Hold on, y'all. What is it, Louie? Is somebody at the door? I think the mail just came. Good doggy. Good doggy. Good doggy, Louie. Louie. I would let you go on the porch, but the storm door might not be covered. You smell it through the door. What you say, boy? You know how you used to do on Lassie. What is it, girl? They used to ask Lassie, what is it, girl? So I'm asking Louie, what is it, boy? Let's see. Let's get the mail. You help me get the mail? No, we can't go out. Let's get the mail. We came out here to get the mail, Louie. Louie. Let's get the mail now. All this stuff for these people that's running for office. I don't know you. Know what your platform is. I ain't gonna vote for you. Just say that to the rest. This last piece of mail won't come out. Come on, Louie Bugs. Come on, Louie. Louie. Come on. That's all. We got mail. Louie. Come on, Boo Boo. Louie. That's a sweet doggy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You're a good boy, Louie. Now you need a snack for that butt. Your butt too fat now. Bye-bye. You don't know what? I'm so tired of this Power 100 Junior. Oh, I don't know. I remember giving her some mail. I don't know when it was. Okay, Louie. Y'all, I got so excited my dog was barking. When my daughter dog was here, my daughter has a white hair fox terrier, Omar. He wouldn't bark because she used to work at home. So she got him as a puppy, so she had to train him not to bark. So he wouldn't bark. And someone would come to the door and he would come to the top of the landing and look down, but he wouldn't bark. So to finally have a dog in the house, cause you know you need to be alert, And they say Lhasa Apso have impeccable hearing. Yes, Pop Tart is a cute name. Yes, I loved it. Your dog was growling. Yeah, she was growling. It was some noise. I done something that made. Oh, my granddaughter did something upstairs. Made. Cause old houses are noisy. And she went. And when you close the door in an old home, you can know it closed because they don't close. The new house, the doors close almost like they're magnetic. But the old house, when they close, the doors close, they kind of like clang, because they own them old timey hinges and our doorknob had the crystal like doorknobs, the glass crystal like doorknob. And when you close the door might make a sound almost like a jail cell closing. And she closed the door. Good doggy, Louie. He wanted to go back on the porch. And cause we live next to a beauty shop and there's people going and coming. So he would be barking off and on all day. But I love that sound. What did you say, boy? Y'all love me some fun. But anyway, now I don't know what I was talking about. But anyway, I have got to work on some store. Watch about Sandra Dee. I love to watch those. Then I watched about Debbie Reynolds and all that. I don't know the name of. Then I love to watch Unsung, and there's one called Underrated Celebrity. I love those three shows, y'all. Bird, what kind of dog do you have, and what's his name? I finally found my I finally found my warmer and the coffee. So keep my coffee warm. Cause usually when I'm sitting here like that sipping on my coffee get cold. To show y'all something. My husband I told my husband, I said, I got a coffee warmer that's still in the package. So he said, oh, I know where your warmer is. So he bought me this one. This is a warmer too, but this is one of the old timey ones that I sell. And I got the longer ones. I think I got another one small. I just got another pattern on it. But I kept one I'm keeping one the long one for myself for my own use. So I got to get ready and put all that on my in my on the marketplace. Okay, Beth. Okay, Beth, and we'll be praying for a good outcome for your MRI. When I went to my neurologist the other day, I thought he was gonna send me for an updated MRI. I hate taking MRIs, getting in that little thing. My husband has a phobia because he's a big man and he can't fit in the regular ones. You know, he said his shoulders, he had almost folded himself up to fit in there. So his doctor had to send him to one where they got a larger one. I think there's one you can stand up in, and there's one the doctor sent him to. But be blessed. Have a nice evening. And thank you for telling me that you're leaving because, you know, a lot of time when we go to somebody's lab, we just slide on out, you know. So it says six. Oh, I know why it's six in the chat. Some people will let it run, and I appreciate that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to, I got to shred some paper. You know what? I don't want companies sending me stuff. I don't have cable. I have internet and I have a Fire Stick. And I know this company trying to send me something, trying to lure me to get something it's comfortable. I ain't gonna be no fool, cause y'all know what? I do not like debt. Let me tell you something, debt is bondage. And the Bible clearly tells us don't get in no bondage. High speed internet is in your town. Well, there's something else for me to shred. I'm gonna keep the non-performing company I got. Thought they ain't too non. Oh, it's electric bill time, y'all. Can't get by that. You got to have that electric bill. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to go off. I thank everybody for your time. And today, I don't know if I'll be back at 3. I may not, but it may be a little after 3. I might change my time in the evening from 3 to 4 to 4 to 5. But I will do an update video. I'm thinking about some things. And I need to do a celebration. Maybe I'll get me some noisemakers and stuff and have me a celebrate good time. Come on. But anyway, I thank everybody for being here. I've been on an hour and 25 minutes. I do appreciate it. And I want everybody to have a nice day. And remember, time is of the essence. There's no time like the present. Oh, her name is Margie. Oh, I would love to see pictures of your dog. Do you have Facebook? Oh, is the Pomeranian Alaska Husky mix? Did it take the side from the Pomeranian or the Alaskan Husky? I would love to see your dog. You got a girl and a boy? Well, when we adopted Louis, they told us that Louis would be good as being the only dog in the house. But I told my husband that Louis needed a playmate. And y'all know my husband is the main one taking care of the dog. So I got to, I got to ease up because we haven't had Louis a week yet. But I'm on Facebook at Thrift and Grandma, y'all. Well, you might not. I'm on IG as Thrift and Grandma. I'm on Facebook as my name. I tried to change it. They wouldn't let me because they say it's already been confirmed. But I would love to see pictures of your dog. Just gave Pop Tart her breakfast. I know she was happy about that. Yeah, I told my husband, I think Louis and Louis need to lose some weight. Okay, I'll go to your channel when I get a chance today or tomorrow. So everybody have a good day. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Y'all know I just love my time when I spend with y'all because y'all are the best. God bless everybody and don't take no wooden nickels. Have a good day. Got cat. You got cat turtles. I don't know what that is, but sound good. Yeah, I'll be back. If I might be a little after 3, but I'll be back. So have a good day, everybody.